Hello and welcome to another Bannerlord video, testing out units, getting that sort of stuff figured out for players who want to build optimal armies. And today, I'm doing the Battanian Veteran Falxmen versus the Battanian Falxmen. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Shouldn't this be obvious? And the answer, as is with everything in Bannerlord to a certain degree, is no. It's not obvious. It is very odd, actually. And I'll explain why. Let's just go ahead and get this started. Let's just have them charge, actually. The way it seems to work, in my eyes, is that great swords, thanks to their shorter range, or their shorter length, might actually end up being better to wield in formations like this. So it may be that the Battanian Falxman is better than the Battanian Veteran Falxman. And if that is the case, I would recommend you don't even bother upgrading to the Battanian Veteran Falxman, for obvious reasons. And here we can see, the only thing I think that might make it better or worse is the obvious existence of the throwing axes.
Stand your ground! Follow your sergeants!
What are they doing?
Cut them down!
Wow. Okay. Ow.
Move out! Get them!
So as we can see, I was actually correct. But I want to swap it real quick, because I've come to the conclusion through all of these that the commander just being alive actually can do quite a lot when it comes to the survival rate of units.
Onwards!
Just because the commander being alive provides significant morale to the enemy force, to whichever force has their commander, and when the commander dies, it has a significant effect on the morale of troops. So what I'm saying is, if you die as a commander, it makes your units more likely to rout. The AI doesn't take this into account and will just rush in and die alongside their troops, leading to them routing faster and making our fights seem somewhat incorrect. And I want to actually give it one more shot because there's something else I want to try real quick.
Spread the field! Footmen! Hold arrows! Cut them down!
Because this is a bit of a... I'd like to say this is a bit of an awkward unit to use at best. Thanks to the Rompfalia's massive girth. It can be awkward to use in formations like I initially predicted. However, I'm trying to see if perhaps holding arrows so they're not using their throwing axes and also putting them in a loose formation might prove more effective. Actually, maybe we can do this even better.
Shoot at will!
What if I have them sit? What's the range on these axes, first of all? When do they start throwing? Oh, very quickly, that's for sure.
Stop shooting! Attack! Yeah!
Well, see, that's why these tests are so important. It's important to do them in a very, I wouldn't say demanding, but a very meticulous manner. Do these guys even have? I think they might just have the Falx.
Cut them down!
Do they? I don't believe they have any other weapon even. So, I guess this would really be up to preference then. I know this is probably going to end up clocking in as a bit of a longer video compared to my normal, what I normally run, but I feel like these guys need to spread out. Is there like a spread out button?
Stand apart!
And you can see that when you're just sort of throwing them up against one another, the Battanian Falxmen do a better job. Not a significantly better job, but it's certainly a noticeable difference. Okay, so that's the end of the video, and I wanted to take a second to actually go over my verdict. I would say that this one, unlike a lot of them, is actually a very preferential pick, and it's very dependent on how much you're willing to micromanage your units. I feel like the Battanian Veteran Falxman has a good use case for if you're willing to actually micromanage, have them in the back throwing their throwing axes and then have them charge forward after the melee actually begins and keep them in a spread out formation. But if you're just going to throw them into the meat grinder, keeping them as a regular Falxman is both cheaper and more effective. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.